So imagine this, you are a 7-year-old kid living in Estonia. It's the midsummer eve. You are at your countryside house with your parents and your siblings. It's evening time, so you take a little dip in the cold water and then you go to the sauna where your whole family is there not wearing anything. And then you just go out and then you have a little barbecue. Now, there are a few things in this story that are very, very true about Estonia, but outside of Estonia, they can be considered pretty crazy. Let's go. So, hello everybody, my name is Manan. Welcome again to my channel. A while back, I made a video about things that are considered absolutely crazy in Estonia, but they are considered pretty normal abroad in other countries. Now, I thought, why not make a video about the complete opposite? So what are some things that are considered completely crazy or abnormal in the world, and yet they are considered completely normal in Estonia? What do you think? What can we do? Let's go. Now, before I begin this video, I need to make you understand that these are very big generalizations. Not everybody is like this. Not all people are like this. There are like more than 1 million Estonians in Estonia and across the world as well. So take this as like a general idea of what it is. Number two, most important thing, this is just my experience as an independent observer. These just reflect all the things that I have seen in this country in the last 9 years that I have been. Your experience might be different. A lot of Estonians might disagree with me as well, but I'm just saying my own experience. Please note that, that's important. And number three, all of these things that I'm saying, they might not always be specifically related to Estonia. There is a high possibility that some of these things might be true for Finland or Sweden or the US or I don't know, Pakistan. With this out of the way, now let's get into the sweet stuff. Let's go. Number one, not talking to anybody. No, I don't mean this in a bad way, like you're fighting with somebody or you don't need to talk to somebody, but I mean that in an actual practical way. In Estonia, it's entirely possible and normal that you don't talk to anybody, like you don't utter anything. Like, let me give you an example. You go to the grocery store, you go inside, you buy all the things that you need to do, and then you go to the cashier. Now, you don't need to say anything to the cashier. Once she sees everything, she checks in everything, she just gives you the receipt, you pay it back. You don't need to say thank you or you're welcome or goodbye or anything. Neither does she. That's like normal. Let me give you another example. What if you go to the police office that you have a card waiting for you to be picked up there? How do you go there? Now, you go there, you take your ticket number, you take the little receipt, you wait for your turn. When you go to the lady, when it is your turn, you just hand over your ID card. She checks the ID card, she gets up, she goes behind the booth, she takes a little envelope, she takes it out, and she gives you like this, your new card, and then she hands you over this form, circles the area where you need the signature, and this is understood. It's entirely possible. I think somebody can do a challenge. Maybe I did a challenge, I don't know. But it's entirely possible that you can live your life outside of work without speaking at all. You can do probably the longest silence fast in Estonia. Let's see. Number two, kids, little kids doing big people stuff. In Estonia, because it is such a safe and secure country, it's entirely possible that you see little kids just going out to school by themselves and then taking the bus and then walking their dogs and doing all these things that are considered like completely crazy in major parts of the world, but it's entirely normal in Estonia. This is one of the biggest surprising things that many people who are from outside of Estonia come here, and that's very surprising to them. It was even very surprising to me at first as well, but now I know people who are actually expats who came here and who have actually changed. They send their kids by themselves to school because it's absolutely so secure and safe that kids have this independence and they have the freedom to do things that many time in the world adults would want to do with them. It's crazy. It seems crazy, but it's completely normal here. Kids doing all different things. Little kids, like this height kids. Number three, talking about kids, let's go a little smaller. Let's go to babies. Babies in snow. Like, I don't mean babies in the snow, but like babies outside in a stroller in like freezing weather. Like, that's pretty normal. Like, it's entirely normal that if you live in a flat or someplace that you have the kid sleeping outside in the stroller, they're wrapped of course, and it's freezing cold, like it's -20. I don't know, maybe it's a tradition, maybe it's something, but I don't know of any place else in the world where infants, like little babies, are supposed to do that. Like, so crazy. But I think there is a big reason for that, because I think it builds up resistance to cold. And that's why my Estonian friends are like, we don't feel that cold at all, because, well, you were exposed to cold at a very young age, which gave you a predisposition to block high amount of cold. So yeah, I accept that now. This completely crazy. Kids, like little babies outside stroller in snow, freezing cold. Wow. But normal here. Number 4, the family structure. Oh my God, this is such a can of worms, but let me explain it to you with an example. So let's suppose two people are talking in Estonia. So one person asks the other person, hey, how you doing? How's life going? We met each other after a very, very long time, like 10 years. Did you get married? Do you have kids? The other person says, yeah, I have 3 kids. What is the normal response to this question outside of the world? The other person might ask, what is their names? How old are they? But in Estonia, it's entirely normal to ask, are all these kids with the same mom? Let me explain. Because in Estonia, the family structure is like completely spaghetti. It's entirely possible that you are living with half brothers, half sisters. Your dad, who's an Estonian, married your mom, but then got divorced or separated, and then they married somebody else and they have kids with them. It's entirely normal, possible in Estonia, not a joke, that 3 siblings are with 3 different women or 3 different moms with the same father. It has a lot of problems. It has resulted in a lot of problems. You know, the fragmented households are not entirely the best place for children to be because parents. In addition, Estonia has the lowest number in the EU of household numbers. It's like 1.9. So every household has on average 1.9 people, which is the smallest in the EU. Estonia also has one of the highest population percentages of single moms in the EU actually as well. I don't want to go into the reasons for that because maybe some people say that it's related to the lack of being a religious country, but I don't know. This is complicated. Number 5, knowing everyone through everyone. Let me explain with an example. So I was at work a while back and we had this training, and the trainer was this really cool person who talked about the companies and what the work that they're doing and training everything normal, yada, yada, yada. And then very next day I was at a birthday party of a friend. You might be thinking that that person was a guest there, but no, it gets even crazier. I was there at the birthday party and it was being held in a yard, and I was sitting there, and then I saw that person, the same person who was a trainer, just walking behind the house and going past. And I just said hello to him, and it was completely normal. I have seen this happening so many times in Estonia, and everybody has felt this, that you know someone and then you see them here and then you see them there and then you see them here and there. It's entirely normal to meet your family doctor at a concert. It's entirely normal to see your professor in the city center just hanging about. It's so crazy that in the very beginning in 2014 when I came to Estonia, I had this little joke that if you are interested in somebody that you saw and you couldn't talk to them at that time, on Sunday evening, sit outside the Christina Center, and a very high possibility that that person might walk there. That person might just walk, because at that time in 2014, Estonia was still growing, but it wasn't like so big. And at that time, it was entirely true that you could meet like almost all of your friends just hanging about in Christina Center, just getting their groceries or hanging or chilling. Crazy. Yeah, in other parts of the world, completely normal here. Same goes for actually Facebook. Like, there is such a huge network of people here that are closely connected that it's entirely possible that if you talk to a stranger in Estonia who has been living here, you might have like 5-6 mutual friends. I think it's very rare if you have been living here in Estonia that you don't have any mutual friend with somebody. There are quite a lot of consequences of this like small tight-knit community. One of them is that you have to be very careful with your reputation. I've said it below in previous videos as well, that don't tarnish your reputation. If you want to live here, then you have a name and people talk. Like, it might not seem to us that Estonians are talkative, but they have very close, tight-knit networks that they are part of, and they speak to each other very well. Like, I know for a fact that in my neighborhood, in my street, I don't know everybody. Like, I just know them by faces, but I've been living here for like 6-7 years, and I'm pretty sure everybody there knows me, who I am, what I do. It's like a mini CIA or like an intelligence organization that everybody knows everybody. It's like a mini tribe where everybody speaks to each other. other. It's crazy, but completely normal here. Number 6, and this is the example that I said in the beginning as well, country houses. In many major parts of the world, if you own like a summer cottage or like a country house, this probably means that you're rich. Like, you're not middle class, definitely. I mean, you are either upper middle class or you are like the elite class and you have like a summer cottage. In Estonia, it's pretty normal. Like, everybody I know, almost everybody has a summer cottage somewhere. And I don't know exactly why is that. I mean, some friends have told me that it was because when Soviet Union left, there was a lot of land and places and they were just given to many people. And it also means that people like the older generation have a lot of property here as well. But I don't know. Maybe you can tell me in comments why exactly is that. But this is entirely normal in Estonia for any middle class person, or even like, I don't think, maybe somebody who is from lower middle class to have summer cottage. You have a place in the countryside, I don't know, somewhere that you can go to on Midsummer's Eve or whenever you want to chill or you want to hang out with your family. Completely normal. Number 7, pedestrian rights. If you are walking on the street and you just wait for cars to pass by and you're waiting on this pedestrian crossing, cars will stop. Cars will genuinely stop. There will be like a line, a queue of like cars waiting for you to pass. Even if you're not passing, they will stop. I mean, this is kind of like crazy in majority part of the world that so much respect is given to pedestrians. Like, you can walk just across the pedestrian crossing and you don't even look here and there. You could be like here on your phone and the cars are just stopping. I mean, don't do that. It's kind of crazy. Like, you should always make eye contact with the cars. You should always just look here and there. But man, still, like in Estonia, lots of respect for pedestrians. Very normal here. Crazy outside. Number 8, food. No, I mean, not like food as in bland, or there is no like variety of food, but not like taking food. Like, for example, let me just say, you are with a group of friends and you're hanging around and you just take a bag of chips and you take it out and you open it and you start munching it yourself. In other parts of the world, it's entirely possible that your friends just come up to you and then stick their hand in the chips bag and they just start eating without even you saying it to them. But in Estonia, it's like opposite. You actively have to go to each person and then offer them, and there is a 50-50 chance that they will not take it, even if they feel like checking it out. I think litmus test that you can do to see if somebody is like really your friend is when you offer them something and they take it with like guilty smile, checking them out. So far, I have like just a handful of friends I can say that accept when I just take out something and I just give it to them. I don't mean like a dinner or like food or anything like that. It's just like if you have like a bag of snacks or something, just share with them. You actually have to force it on them to take them. Crazy in Estonia, people are a little bit reluctant to take food from somebody. As I said, it's a measure of your friendship if they accept snack or something that you're giving to them. Number 9, and we come to our favorite topic, being naked. Yes, the thing is that in Estonia, nakedness from the very beginning is not considered as a taboo or anything. You would see people naked in the changing rooms, like locker rooms. Locker rooms are of course separated between men and women in public, in gyms, and it's entirely possible, like majority of the people are just naked. They're showering naked, they're doing everything naked for men and for in the women as well. In addition to that, of course, there is the sauna culture, and yeah, as I said in the beginning example, it's entirely normal that as a kid you see your parents just sitting naked, you know, having a chilling time in the sauna, having fun, drinking, barbecuing and everything. So, I mean, not barbecuing in the sauna, I mean outside, completely naked in the sauna and just chilling. So I think that has resulted in a way or a culture where bodies are supposed to be normal, like it's just a vessel that you have. It's something very unique, and it's one of the biggest things that seems very crazy to people, to foreigners. Very crazy. I mean, for example, it's entirely like when people in Estonia tell other people abroad that, you know, I've sat naked with my friends in a sauna, it like sort of blows their mind. How is that possible? But it's completely normal here. And as I said, it's normal because from the very beginning, from the very early age, it's instilled in the minds of the family itself. So there it is. Things that are considered absolutely crazy in the world, but they are considered very normal in Estonia. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, subscribe, ring the bell button. If you'd like me to make more videos, then I appreciate you sharing, please. Thank you, take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.